Hello, everyone. I am Sean Finnegan. Today I'm joined by Dan Stapleton.
Hi, Sean.
How's it going, man?
I am well.
Today we're checking out Psionic Warfare Total Destruction, which is a StarCraft 2 mod that transforms our beloved RTS into a third-person shooter. Dan, tell me a little bit about this.
It's not StarCraft Ghost. I can tell you that.
That makes me sad and happy at the same time.
Yeah, we're just in the Blizzard Arcade here with I guess it's split into two different things that they just did to have more maps because I guess they can only fit two in one of these. Let's just jump in here.
Yeah, so this is a mod designed by Craney, and it's a user-generated mod that you can find in the Blizzard Arcade section. We just found out about this a little bit ago, and we've been playing it, and it's really cool. It integrates a lot of the art and sort of assets that we know and love from the game, but in this new kind of ultra high-def, awesomely artistically designed third-person shooter that is pretty fun to play.
Well, it does look like a mod. It doesn't quite look like something that Blizzard themselves would do, but I mean, it's impressive for a mod. Like that, this is a community effort.
Totally. As you can see here, there is voice acting, there is great sound and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, like you pointed out, Dan, it is still a mod, but I'm actually pretty impressed by the quality of it. I mean, by mod standards, I would say, right?
Yeah, and they've done a great job of taking what art that's designed to be viewed from high above and not at these up close angles and making it look pretty good, as you will see in a moment. It looks like they're using a mix of in-game models and whatnot and some custom stuff.
Yeah, we've been playing a couple of matches here and there, and a lot of the stuff is basically recognizable if you're a StarCraft 2 player or fan. But there are some models.
Is there anything Zelnaga artifacts can't do, Sean?
Not in the StarCraft universe. That's like their catch-all.
Space magic, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, we can't explain this one thing that we need to like push the plot forward? Zelnaga artifact.
Yep. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, so here we're already seeing. Now, we were initially a little confused as to what these big mechs were. I initially said Goliath, but it turns out those are Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Thor-sized, but...
Yeah, it looks bigger than what you would imagine a Viking to be, but actually now that you see the guns and the missiles on the shoulders, like the missile launchers on the shoulders, yeah, like that is definitely a Viking.
We're just not used to seeing it from this angle.
Yeah, or that big, really.
Yeah.
Vikings in the game tend to be, I guess everything is a little bit smaller because it's RTS style, but...
So they have four different modes. We were just playing a little bit of Endless Warfare here, which is a holdout horde mode. Let's do that again because we know how it works and we can show you. You've got two maps in this one. You have to launch the other version of the mod for that. Let's try the Ice Grounds map, and then you've got 5 different classes, which are it's fairly typical tank, and it actually tells you here like what the role is for each guy. Let's try the mercenary. See what he does.
Awesome.
I guess he's more into melee type damage than we were playing with the blast armor before.
Which I think this armor looks the coolest, just because he's like, I don't know, he reminds me more of like the Firebats. Like he was bigger and thicker armor than the rest of the other models. But they all look really cool.
Yeah, they've done some creative stuff with the skins here and the models. Made them look kind of all their own. None of these classes, other than the straight up tactical guy, I don't think, are actually present in StarCraft lore.
Mm-hmm.
And like the adjutant doesn't usually see a lot of action in StarCraft.
Yeah, normally she's relegated to the portrait, giving you like updates on your
talking
status
head.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I'm gonna go with the Royal Guard because I like the sound of his range damage better.
Awesome. Let's jump in.
The melee combat was a little bit clunky.
How about these menus, by the way? They're all kind of like 8-bitty and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. So this actually does give you a little bit of a tutorial, which is always nice to have for any game with like this. This plays nothing at all like StarCraft 2, so you have to teach people what's going on. So it's good that it gives people that introduction. They have kind of this lock-on targeting system. Oh, there we go. All right. So it's not like a Twitch shooter. It's kind of doing that for me.
Definitely meant to be played with, at least a couple of these modes are definitely very team-oriented, so it's mostly about like communicating, letting people know what the general strategy is, and then trying to execute that strategy together instead of like running around and getting headshots the way you would in like a first-person shooter.
Counter-Strike, this is not.
Yeah. Again, both a good and a bad thing. Good that it's not trying to be Counter-Strike, bad that Counter-Strike is the best, and everything should try and be like Counter-Strike.
Right. Actually, let's see. How does this work?
I'm only half
Oh, that's
kidding.
a power up. All right, there we go. All right, and now hopefully.
This is such a cool, like, as a StarCraft fan who's only ever, I love the cinematics that Blizzard puts in the game, and I wish we could always just see more of that. To see models like this just on the ground, like in their full size and scope, is super cool.
Yeah, and they do a great job with creating that universe in the StarCraft games. We only ever see it from that one perspective, except in the cinematics. So this is kind of a whole new thing. Although, I mean, StarCraft did initially start, was conceived as a Warhammer 40K game, and then Blizzard just kind of, they didn't get the license, so they just kind of made their own. It's very similar, but so it's not too dissimilar from what we saw in Space Marine, the Relics third-person action game based on Warhammer.
Right.
Um,
Is that a mule? Oh,
that's
a Marauder.
That's a Marauder, yeah.
Who appears to be kind of stuck in that.
Oh, there we go.
There he goes. These Marauder models are so cool to look at. They're huge. Look at those guys.
Yep.
Look at those grenade launchers. Oh, looks like we got a drop.
Yeah, and they're doing my work for me here for the most part. Like it's all about seeing how many of these waves you can withstand. It starts off with infected Terrans, and pretty soon we're going to see. It doesn't waste much time before it throws an Ultralisk at you. Actually.
Yeah, we were very surprised when that kind of popped out early
there
on.
we go.
Oh, Zerglings. There we go.
Get him. Shoot. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. Maybe this guy can't shoot while he's moving. Let's see.
He's distracted. He's shooting at something else.
Oh, there we go.
So it looks like you guys are protecting this middle area.
Yeah, it's a wave defense mode. There you go.
There they are already. Oh, big.
Yeah,
Hugs of death is what
geez.
they're trying to give you.
Yeah, let's try meleeing an Ultralisk. That that always works out well. Is that a queen? Oh, jeez.
Did you spot a queen? I didn't see one. We got
may have.
Hydralisks already. So they really just throw like the full gamut of units at you, kind of right off the bat.
Yep. And all of these AI guys around here are basically just defense towers. They don't move. They just shoot at anything that comes their way.
Banelings.
Yeah.
If you got a second to spot
roaches
those out there. Yep.
And yeah, that's a queen.
Yeah.
What is my secondary on this guy? Looks like just a grenade launcher kind of thing. Probably don't want to melee the banelings.
That's what they want you to do. That's their strategy.
Yeah, it's designed to be played as a 4-player co-op game where you're complementing each other. And the early waves here are not super exciting just because it's a warm-up. Just like in any wave-based shooter. They're just letting you get the hang of things before they really sock it to you.
So these taller units were the ones that we had trouble kind of naming. They're not part of the regular StarCraft 2 multiplayer, which is what I play most of the time. You were saying that you believe it may be a campaign unit.
Yeah, like the StarCraft 2 campaign has a bunch of units that Blizzard threw in just for fun because don't appear in the multiplayer because they didn't want to balance it for that. But they built these fun models that are big monsters and unique units that only show up in the campaign, and it's a nice resource for modders to draw from.
Definitely. You can see the buildings here. These are spires or greater spires. It's kind of hard to tell by the model. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's a spire, just because I haven't seen any Mutalisks yet. You are in the thick of it here.
Yeah,
you
I may have
like jumped down there.
I may have made a tactical error, as we call it in the business.
Run from the banelings. Oh my gosh.
It
looks like we have lost to the Zerg Swarm.
Yeah, you're not supposed to jump in there by yourself, as it turns out. But yeah, that's a quick look at what is this called again?
This is called Psionic Warfare Total Destruction.
How can I forget such a memorable name?
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to see StarCraft in the title at some point. That would have just helped me find it.
I think that's implied.
Yeah, but this is a pretty cool mod. Like Dan said, we've been playing it for a little bit here. It's currently in the Blizzard arcade. You can find it there. And as he mentioned, there's 2 different versions of it, but the only difference is that there's 2 maps in one and 2 maps in the other.
Yep. Oh, we lost.
We did lose.
It's all your fault, Sean.
I'm sorry. I wasn't driving.
It is your fault, though.
I am the navigator.
Yeah.
So I'll take some of the blame for that.
If you had been playing, you might have been able to cover my back.
Maybe. Yes. So play with your friends is the moral of the story here,
yes.
So that they can cover your back. Check it out. Let us know what you guys think. And for everything else on StarCraft, Dan, where can we go?
That would be IGN, Sean.
That's right.